Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Madeline Longshaw. I'm from Longshaw Consulting Group, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm an executive coach, facilitator, trainer and team builder. So I'd like to talk to you this afternoon about listening, and I'd like to share with you a model of what good listening looks like, and also the benefits of listening. And over the next few days, I'll be talking to you about other communication skills. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about being present, and then on Friday I'd like to share with you some ideas and thoughts around summarising or reflecting back, as we sometimes call it. And then on Saturday I'd like to share with you some ideas about good questions. So together they make sort of a communication little toolkit, which communications is probably the most fundamental thing we need to be doing right now. We're working remotely, we've got a physical distance from one another, so communicating and listening is really, really fundamental to getting through this crisis and doing it, not even just getting through, thriving through the crisis. And it's a really powerful tool for leaders if you've got a team. It's probably the most valuable thing you could be doing for your team is listening to them, which will be demonstrating you value them, you care for them, their ideas are important, and it will probably build trust and rapport and stand you in excellent stead for when work resumes and we all come back to physical closeness again. So the model I'd like to share with you today is one that you're probably familiar with already. It's been around a while. It's the Coach Training Institute's 3 levels of listening. I've just drawn it up here and I'm going to explain what the 3 levels are. I came across it when I was learning to be a coach myself, and it's always stayed with me because it's very straightforward. So the first level of listening is actually listening to self. So what that is when we are listening but we're not really listening. What we're doing is we've got mind chatter in our head. So we're thinking about what are we going to have for tea tonight, or this is boring, I don't really want to listen to what this person's talking to me about, or we're judging, oh, I don't like that this person did that or said that. So, or we're interpreting in our head what they're really saying or making assumptions. So we've all been there, or we've done that, and this might mean that we interrupt or jump in, or we completely disengage from the person. So the first level is actually saying that's level 1, but if you imagine a big cross through there, we're going to try and not be at that level. Yeah? If we're truly listening, we are saying we're not going to be at level 1, we're going to be at level 2 and 3. So what's level 2? So level 2 listening is when we're really curious about the other person. We're really listening with an intention of curiosity and understanding. We're present for them, we're engaged with them, we're listening to their body language, we're listening to their tone of voice. They matter and we value, and we're really signalling to them, I'm there for you and I'm giving you my time. And you know, and we're sensing, we're really, level 3 is about sensing and intuitively picking up what they're saying, what they're really feeling underneath. So those are the 3 levels. So what I'd invite you to do over these next few weeks and coming months is really be conscious of that level 1. You know, when you see or hear thoughts coming up that are about yourself, please just kind of acknowledge them, but try and let them go and kind of tell yourself, I'm there for you. I'm there for you to be there at level 2 and level 3. And tomorrow I'll be talking about being present and some exercises around having a quiet mind so that we are available to do level 2 and 3. I'm sure you'll really appreciate and see the differences. So why? What's the benefit? What's the payoff? We might be saying, well, that's all very well and good, but why would I want to listen? And I think as a leader, I think there's 4 main reasons. Number 1, I think people will come up with their own ideas and solutions, especially at this time when we need to think outside the box. You know, you're inviting through listening for people to share what's on their mind and what their ideas are. And, you know, they'll probably have a million better ideas than one person can have. So if you really, truly listen, those ideas will be there and you'll be able to get all of the people's ideas and wisdom, collective wisdom, to come up with some really great ways forward. The second reason is it builds trust and rapport. And I think at this time of where we're disconnected, that trust and rapport is so essential. So, you know, you're signaling to the person, I'm here for you, I see you, I hear you, I get you, I value you. So that trust and rapport will be there in the long term if you invest your time into listening at level 2 and 3. The third reason, I think it really gets underneath what's really going on. So if you're there and you give your time and you're willing to really listen, you will get underneath how the person is really feeling and what's going on for them, and you'll get to what I call the source of what's going on underneath the symptoms. So they will start to tell you what really matters to them, and I think as a leader that really builds your credibility, but also builds that sense of morale and motivation within the team, and also builds loyalty and trust to you. And I think the fourth reason, and the most important reason in my view, is the person feels valued. And I think, you know, at this time, I think it's really important to listen to people because they really feel valued and respected and highly regarded. And we need to feel valued at this point because I think people are feeling a sense of loss and a sense of a huge array of feelings. So I think if people can feel valued, it adds to them and builds their confidence and self-esteem. So those are the 4 reasons as leaders, and I think we can all relate to those. Even if we're not working in a team or if we're not a leader, you know, just doing those things for our family members, our friends, our loved ones. So I encourage you to listen at level 2 and 3 and just be aware of the self-talk, be aware of the self-listening, be aware when it's about our own agenda and seek to block that out, and really be available for people in a different way. If we could all build our capacity to listen, imagine what could be possible in a few months' time when we come through this crisis. So I'll see you again tomorrow when I'll be talking to you about being present to listen. Have a good day. Bye for now.